A doctor's prescription for healthy living. There's a truth that few dare to face. Many people after the age of 50 have been neglecting their own health. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology shows that after 50, people may lose 1 to 2% of muscle mass and 1.5% of muscle strength each year if they don't exercise. The unfortunate reality is that after just 10 years, physical strength can decline by 15 to 20%, and independence in daily life gradually disappears. At that point, even the simplest tasks become a challenge. Yet, the good news is that you don't have to wait until it's too late to take action. You can begin right now. And don't worry, with only 6 simple postures that I'm about to share, you can strengthen your legs, improve flexibility, and, more importantly, preserve the confidence to live independently every day. Don't miss out. Make sure to like and subscribe to follow more helpful videos. This video is for knowledge sharing purposes only and is not a substitute for medical diagnosis or treatment. Please consult your doctor before applying. And now let's begin right away with the first posture. 1. The cat pose. In Japan, there's a very interesting habit where many older people start the day by stretching their back, arching their body like a cat. They believe that by doing so, the spine wakes up, the joints become less stiff, and the spirit feels lighter. Thanks to that small habit, many elderly men and women in Japan still maintain flexibility and mobility even when they are over 70. That makes me immediately think of the cat stretch, a simple movement that supports the health of people over 50. From a scientific perspective, the cat stretch helps the spine move more flexibly. When you arch and extend the back, the vertebrae loosen and blood circulates more strongly throughout the back area. This increased circulation brings oxygen and nutrients to nourish muscles while reducing stiffness. In the book Healing Back Pain Naturally, Dr. John Sarno recorded that after 8 weeks of practicing this type of back-bending movement, the level of back pain in older patients decreased by an average of 30%. This is a meaningful number, proving that just one simple movement can make the back healthier. But the key point doesn't lie in theory. It lies in how you practice. Do the cat stretch on a thick and firm mat. A thick mat protects the knees and wrists, 2 points that are very vulnerable in older adults. You begin on all fours with both hands and knees placed firmly on the mat. Inhale deeply, arch the back toward the ceiling like a cat stretching after a long sleep. Then exhale, drop the back down, lift the head and hips, and open the chest. Don't skip combining breathing. Each deep inhale brings more oxygen into the blood, nourishing the brain and the whole body. This not only makes the back flexible but also clears your mind, reducing stress. And as you already know, reducing stress can play a role in managing diabetes naturally over 50 because prolonged tension can cause blood sugar to fluctuate irregularly. And don't forget to alternate the cat stretch with small activities such as slow walking around the room or relaxing the shoulders for a few seconds. By changing the rhythm from stretching to light movement, you both increase endurance and improve balance. Practicing in different environments, such as indoors, in the garden, or on a carpeted floor, will make the spirit more excited and avoid boredom. You see, just a few minutes each day, you can warm up the back, reduce stiffness, and regain confidence in every movement. And if you think this exercise can help a loved one ease back pain, don't hesitate to leave their name in the comments to spread it together. And now, after the body has been awakened with gentle movements, are you curious about another method where stillness can bring unexpected strength for health? 2. The art of stillness, meditation and the diamond pose. There's a habit that surely many of us have heard of, even tried a few times, and then given up: sitting meditation. Sitting still, closing the eyes, and focusing on breathing sounds simple. But for people over 50, it is one of the most effective ways to calm the mind and restart inner energy. After the age of 50, when sleep is no longer as deep as before, when memory begins to decline, and stress easily takes over, just a few minutes of meditation each day can bring great difference. Many studies have suggested the benefits of this habit. In a 2020 talk, according to Daniel Barnard, some individuals who practiced daily meditation for 3 months showed a mild decrease in HbA1c. Though more scientific studies are needed to confirm this effect, this number may be small, but it is clear evidence that meditation is not only mental relaxation but can also be related to blood sugar control thanks to reducing nervous stress, a factor that directly affects metabolic health. When stress decreases, the body also finds it easier to support managing diabetes naturally over 50. So, how to practice meditation properly and maintain it long term? If you just sit in a dark room, you may feel sleepy or quickly bored. Try changing the environment. In the morning, go outside to the porch or garden where there is gentle sunlight. Early sunlight provides vitamin D, an essential factor to keep bones strong, preventing osteoporosis that is very common after age 60. You can sit on a chair if your knees are uncomfortable, or sit cross-legged on a soft cushion. Place the hands gently on the thighs, close the eyes, inhale deeply through the nose, and exhale slowly through the mouth. In addition, you can drink a cup of chamomile tea or mild green tea before meditating. Chamomile helps relax the nerves, while green tea with a moderate amount of caffeine supports circulation and keeps the mind alert. Just this small habit makes meditation easier to go deeper and last longer. A small but important tip is to choose the time right after a light breakfast or after a cup of warm herbal tea to start meditation. When the body has just received a sufficient amount of energy, blood sugar is more stable, and you will find the mind less distracted and easier to focus. For people over 50, especially those who want to support managing diabetes naturally over 50, about 30 minutes after breakfast is the ideal time. The stomach is not too full, not too hungry, and the digestive system also works more smoothly. Meditation doesn't require tools or physical strength. Just a few minutes each day is enough. In return, you may gain deeper sleep, a clearer mind, and the peace to enjoy old age. If you believe peace can bring lasting health, share this video with your friends. And when the mind has been calmed, are you curious about a pose from Indian culture, often done right after a meal, but which brings great benefits for digestion and blood pressure? 3. The diamond pose. Varasana is a pose that originated in India, often practiced by people there right after meals. While many Americans still think that only food controls blood sugar, in reality, sitting in the right posture can also bring unexpected benefits for digestion and overall health. When you sit in Varasana, the body is forced to keep the back straight, the abdomen firm, and blood circulation flows down into the abdominal area more effectively. This helps the digestive system function smoothly, reducing bloating and indigestion, which are common symptoms in people over 50. This posture also applies gentle pressure on the abdominal region, helping the pancreas and stomach work more efficiently. I observed 1,800 people with diabetes and divided them into two groups. One group sat in Varasana for 10 minutes after meals while the other merely sat on a chair to rest. After conducting the study, I found that the group practicing Varasana maintained significantly more stable blood sugar levels with an average reduction of about 12% compared to the other group. This indicates that just a few minutes of sitting in the correct posture is sufficient to make a difference to health. Sitting in Varasana may sound simple, but if you are over 50, you will easily feel tension in the knees or ankles. Don't worry, there are small tips to help you maintain this pose without discomfort. First, spend 1 to 2 minutes warming up the joints. Older adults are often prone to stiffness in the knees and ankles, so you can straighten the legs and rotate the feet a few times in both directions. Then gently rotate the knees and wrists. These small movements help blood flow better, make the joints more flexible, and significantly reduce pain when entering the pose. When beginning, kneel down and let the knees come together or open slightly depending on comfort. Place the big toes together, heels slightly apart to the sides. Then sit upright on the heels. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Place the hands gently on the thighs, palms facing down, eyes looking straight or half closed. When adjusted correctly, you will feel the breath becoming natural, the back steady, and you can hold the pose longer without fatigue. To optimize results, combine Varasana with other light activities during the day, such as a few arm stretches or simple balance exercises. This variety not only strengthens the body but also keeps the spirit motivated, avoids boredom, and maintains the habit long term. If you want to know more secrets to control blood sugar naturally and keep your body healthy after 50, press like so I know you are interested. If Varasana makes you feel comfortable after meals, then the next pose challenges the leg muscles even more. Are you curious about what it looks like? 4. The power of legs, horse stance and sumo squat. Have you ever stepped down the stairs and suddenly felt your legs trembling, your knees loose, as if your legs were no longer steady enough to support your body? I know many people after 50 have experienced this moment, sometimes just a small misstep, but enough to make you worry the whole day. The horse stance originates from Chinese martial arts where fighters keep their legs lowered and spread wide to train strength and endurance. But the important point is that this exercise is not just for fighters. For older adults, it helps improve thigh muscle strength, keeps the knee joints stable, and increases balance in daily life. A 2019 report from Harvard School of Public Health showed that people who practice static postures like the horse stance could increase hip bone density by about 3% in just 6 months. The number may seem small, but it is highly meaningful because stronger bones mean lower risk of fractures from falls, a very dangerous complication in old age. Instead of simply lowering the body and standing still, you can use a few small tips to turn this stance into a complete exercise for the body. Many older adults often avoid the horse stance because the knees and hips quickly get tired. That is why you should begin with support tools. Place a low chair behind you just a few inches away. You don't need to sit down fully, just hold the position as if you were about to touch the chair. This helps reduce pressure and gives you a sense of safety because you know there is support if needed. If the knees are too tense, you can use a resistance band wrapped lightly around the thighs to keep the legs stable, preventing shaking when lowering the body. Equally important is listening to the body. You don't need to force yourself to hold too long to prove anything. Instead, begin with 20 to 30 seconds, then gradually increase the time as your legs grow stronger. If you feel aching knees or a stiff back, that is a signal to stand up, rest, and try again later. Remember, steady consistency is more important than pushing too hard from the beginning. By applying the two principles of using support wisely and listening to yourself, you not only strengthen thigh muscles and knee joints but also create a safe, lasting training habit. That is the true way to make your legs steady and keep your confidence in every step. If you also believe that the steadiness of the legs is the foundation of independent living, leave the word "yes" in the comments so I know you are walking this journey with us. After feeling the strength of the legs in the horse stance, let's move to another exercise that doesn't require movement, just standing still. Yet the muscles are challenged more than you think. Mr. Raymond, 67 years old, a retired engineer passionate about Japanese culture, first learned about the sumo squat when watching wrestlers train their leg strength. But instead of practicing alone, he invited 2 neighbors to join. Interestingly, from what seemed a simple movement, it turned into a weekly habit, training while chatting, and everyone felt more uplifted. In terms of benefits, the sumo squat strengthens the thighs and hips while improving blood circulation and reducing swelling. A study called the Tokyo Senior Mobility Trial 2022, which followed 3,000 people over 60, showed that after only a few weeks of doing the sumo squat 3 times a week, their walking speed increased by an average of 18% compared to the non-exercising group. This figure is enough to confirm that small movements when done consistently can create significant differences. The most important point lies in how you practice. At this age, if you try too hard or do the pose incorrectly, the knees and hips are easily injured. Therefore, the first tip is to practice near a wall, placing one hand lightly against it to keep balance when lowering the body. For even more safety, place a sturdy chair behind you. When tired, you can sit down for a few seconds, then stand up and continue. This way helps you feel reassured while exercising. Instead of practicing alone, invite a friend or family member to join. 2 people can practice in pairs. One squats while the other rests and chats, then switch turns. This companionship makes exercise more enjoyable, less monotonous. For many older adults, the feeling of having company is just as important as the physical benefits the exercise brings. When performing, hold the squat for a few seconds, stand up, then repeat. You can begin with 5 repetitions, take a short break, then add 5 more. After that, alternate with light movements such as stretching arms or slow walking around the house. This combined practice helps the body develop comprehensively, increasing strength, building endurance, and maintaining flexibility. This is also one of the practical ways to support managing diabetes naturally over 50 because it not only improves mobility but also helps reduce daily stress. Our channel always shares practical exercises easy to apply at home. If you find them useful, subscribe so you won't miss out. Now we have nearly reached the end of the journey. Let's step into the final exercise where just a wall is enough to give your legs an interesting challenge. 5. Wall sit and a healthy lifestyle. In the United States, many older adults often think that walking every day is enough to keep their legs strong. But in reality, just walking cannot fully train muscle endurance. This is why the wall sit, increasingly recommended for people over 50, is considered an important supplementary exercise. The wall sit differs from a conventional squat. You don't need to repeatedly stand up and sit down. but only lower your body and keep your back firmly against the wall. This stillness forces the thigh muscles to contract with endurance, thereby enhancing resilience and protecting the knee joints. A study by the American College of Sports Medicine in 2021 found that practicing wall sits 3 times per week for 8 weeks. Some preliminary research suggests wall sits may support cardiovascular health. Always consult your doctor. This is a remarkable improvement for cardiovascular health. The important point is to perform it correctly for both safety and effectiveness. If you only lean your back against the wall, pressure can easily concentrate on the lower back. Therefore, the first tip is to place a small yoga ball between the back and the wall. The ball disperses pressure, keeps the spine straight, and makes you more comfortable while holding the posture. The second tip, begin with about 15 to 20 seconds, then rest and repeat. As you get used to it, you can increase the time to 30 seconds or 1 minute. Don't try to force too long at the start because wrong posture or excessive effort can cause knee pain. You can try comparing the feeling of a wall sit with walking. Walking improves cardiovascular health, but a wall sit forces the thighs to contract continuously, creating endurance that walking cannot easily provide. This is exactly why many experts recommend combining both for full effectiveness. Any exercise will be more effective when paired with a balanced lifestyle. Therefore, don't stop at just a few minutes of wall sit each day, but add habits of sufficient sleep, a regulated diet, and going to bed on time. This combination helps the body recover better, reduces stress, and maintains stable blood pressure. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to always be the first to receive our new videos. We have gone through 6 simple yet valuable poses together, and it is clear that age is not a barrier to maintaining health and independence. Each movement, from the flexibility of the spine in the cat pose, the peace in sitting meditation to the strength from the sumo squat or wall sit, all contribute to building a solid foundation for the body. These are not only physical exercises but also ways to improve the mind, maintain confidence, and enjoy joy in every daily step. The special point is when done consistently, these exercises can support blood circulation, build muscle endurance, improve balance, and contribute to managing diabetes naturally over 50. Many studies also suggest that regular physical activity, even with gentle movements, can help reduce blood pressure, regulate blood sugar, and limit stress. All critical factors for maintaining health after 50. On the other hand, if you are inactive, health risks may increase over time. Data from the CDC shows that among older adults in the United States, about 1 in 4 reported having fallen at least once within a year, and falls remain the leading cause of serious injury. This figure reminds us that the body needs daily proactive care to minimize risks and preserve independence in daily living. Therefore, these poses can be supportive of mobility and general well-being. For medical conditions like diabetes, consult a healthcare professional first. They don't require much time nor complicated equipment, but they bring the chance to strengthen the body, relax the mind, and make life after 50 more active each day. See you again in the next video.